Hey, 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 all you beautiful people. How are you doing? Welcome to this edition of the Daily Divine. My name is Lisa D. Lyle, and I am here to support your soul to shine right here and now in this timeline. So, a very warm welcome to all of you who may be finding this channel for the first time. And of course, a very warm welcome back home to all of you who continue to sow and nurture seeds of love in your own life. Yay, you! Um, yeah, let's get the Palo Santo going. I feel a little weird today. Not that I don't always feel a little weird. Today, I feel exceptionally weird. I'm not sure what it is. So, we're going to tune in and see if we can get some 411 on these feelings that are going on. How are you feeling as you connect? We've just, if you're catching this real time, we're still in the energy of our Leo full moon. We're still in the process of releasing and letting go and all of that good stuff. As well, we are in the energy where we are always being encouraged to fill our own cup, focus on the home front. So let's get this going. At this time, I'd like to ask that I'm a clear and pure channel to bring through messages from Source Divine, loving and kind, with the intention of supporting our break frees and breakthroughs, following the soul clues on the inside at all times. And so, seriously, how are you doing? How are you feeling? This week has got a lot of, today actually, I was out on a walk early this morning and, of course, was greeted by a beautiful messenger. It was a little hawk. I'm not, maybe a sharp-shinned hawk or something. I'm not sure, but he was soaring overhead. He looked quite majestic. And every time hawk comes in, the message that hawk brings is to see ourselves and life from a higher perspective. And so I feel like that's the keynote, if you will, of today's message, is to continue to stay in the present moment by focusing on the things that we have power over, which are ourself, our emotions, our reactions, our responses to things, as well as, our own well-being. Are you cultivating your well-being? And well-being is multifaceted, right? It's not just about our emotions, it's about our physical body, it's our mental body, it's all of it. So all of it, because we are the olive branch. That always comes in now. Sorry, it makes me giggle. And so, yeah, I feel like the biggest call right now is continue to see ourselves in life from a higher perspective, not to get down on ourselves because perhaps we're not seeing what we had hoped to see in our experience. That's okay. Keep going, keep cultivating, and keep following the gentle nudges of the soul. And you're not going to feel the gentle nudges of the soul external. We may see beautiful signs and symbols that let us know we're on the right path, whether it's numbers. We've had multiple 11s this week, I think 4 in 2 days. And this is a reminder that we are the gateway for all of the experience in the here and now. And so, yeah, I feel like it's really important for us to remain grounded and to remember that we are so worthy and deserving of all good things in this life. And we're highly creative. And so, can we remain in this space of what I'm hearing is like it's our own energy? Can we stay in our own protective bubble? And that doesn't mean we bubble wrap ourselves and go out in the world. I mean, bubble wrap's fun, isn't it? 444 there on the clock. The bubble wrap's kind of fun, popping all those bubbles. but we are the soul kernels. What was the message that came through with the full moon? I think I'm going to read them again for those of you who may not have been here yesterday. These messages came through. There were 3 installments, if you will, that came through on February the 1st. And this one was finished at 6:21. I'm not sure what time I had started. And it was right after the full moon had risen. And what I was guided to write: full moon vibes, being gently guided by the intuitive nudges into the embrace of eternal love, perhaps into the embrace of the beloved. This is your life. All experience is meant to be once in a lifetime. So, what this is saying to me is like our whole entire life is meant to be a wondrous experience, like, wow, once in a lifetime. And yet, through our own, usually, conditioning and our own experience, un- uh, unfortunately, for many of us, we've had to repeat lessons. We've had to repeat painful lessons. We've gone over it and over it again and again. And it's been because of our own um, mental blocks, our own mental prison, if you will. This is your life. All experience is meant to be once in a life. Yet, for so many, for so long, out of touch with the soul calling, love eternal returns here and now as the kernel. We're the kernels. Souls popping with joy. Can we remain joyful even in the midst of, let's say, wanting? I'm just going to use wanting there. Here now as the kernel, souls popping with joy, living as light. Such freedom is your delight, gently guided by your own inner compass to your true north, pure and simple. Love your dimples and your wrinkles too. Your nose is so cute. Peekaboo, yes, you. Keep going, gently flowing, home to the eternal love that lives as you, presently now, sacred ground. Meow. So, it's funny because someone said to me yesterday, hello, kitten. And I'm like, oh, that's funny. I just meowed earlier in the day. That's hilarious. So, can we really just stay in our own energy? There's a lot of distractions external. A lot of people have a lot of opinions on on life. I mean, I have a lot of opinions, but opinions are like, buttholes. We all have them. And, it's okay. We're allowed to have our opinions. It seems like a big opinion going on these days is my hair. People have opinions on my hair. And it's really funny because in the workplace, here, I come here and I talk about, those adults who sit around and play video games. Well, the word's getting around in the workspace about my feelings and opinions on those who play video games, and it's causing quite a stink. I had a number of people come up to me yesterday and said, "I hear you have issues with, men who play video games." And I'm like, "Are you one of them?" "Yeah, they are. Thursday night is my video game night," the gentleman said to me, and I'm like, "Well, that's okay. I'm not, you know." What I'm basically saying when I say that is that is the entirety of life. Video games and the other stuff that's really not much of a life at all. So hey, if you play video games, I do word searches on a daily basis. That's what I do. Um, you know, Actually, yeah, that's what I do. Word searches, not video games. So don't worry about what my opinion. If you're good with your life, if you're good with your video games and all of the stuff you do, then that's wonderful. That's good for you. That's great. I'm glad that you get something out of it. Um, and yet, yesterday it was kind of funny the amount of people. Oh, Lisa's got issues with those who play video games. Oh, well, I mean, I stand by what I say. I don't usually back down. I won't back down. Although I will, I am humble enough to admit when I've made a mistake or, if I've being misguided somewhere, I have no problem, owning it. I just am not going to be swayed very much by the opinions of others. I focus instead on where the heart is guiding. And so the message is for you to do the same. The next message that came through at 7:14 on the 1st was sacred simplicity, lucid communication. Now, what does that mean, lucid communication? It means clear communication, having the ability to clearly communicate our feelings, what it is that we would like to experience. And really, with this lucid communication, I'm feeling it's more about our feelings, our ability to communicate our feelings. And a lot of folks don't like to talk about their feelings. It feels weird. It feels uncomfortable. And, it's like the old, you see it in your life, right? We go out there and we're like, hey, how are you today? And everyone's like, yeah, good, good, good. I really want to know. I don't want your off the cuff response. I really want to know how you're feeling. What's going on? What happened to you? 11:11. So, yeah, lucid communication, sacredness living as if you are, purity of heart, feels like an everyday vacation. And so when we're living at ourself every day, we feel free, right? We show up and it's like, it's a new adventure each and every day. It's like an exciting road trip every single day. Perhaps we're playing a good old fashioned game of I Spy. What do we spy? Dreams in the making? Seeds now sprouting? More twist and shout. It supports clearing toxins out. So ultimately, everything, we're like the ocean folding in, waves rolling in on ourselves over and over again. And the stronger we get in our own sense of who and what we are, the more comfortable we become in our own skin, um, the more easy it is to simply show up as we are and to allow life to unfold as it's meant to unfold. We can't force anything. I mean, heck, we've all tried it, right? We've all tried it. Please, please, over here, see me, whatever. We can't. Every soul in their own time. And if we are being guided at all times, can we not have the faith that others are as well? We're the sacred spout. Let your love pour out. Gently so, beautiful soul, how confident, cool you have grown. Love eternal you have sown. Welcome home. There was never any need to kickstart your engine into motion. You, dear heart, have learned through the twists and turns that it is the soft and gently blowing bellows of the soul whispering within that lead you home to the power you have always been. Breathing has been very supportive. Keep going. Can you imagine that? Like we just breathe, it just happens naturally. We don't have to, well, I mean, sometimes we would be wise to think about it, how the quality of our breath. And yet, even if we don't think about our breath, we do it. As long as we're living and breathing in the flesh, we are, it's going to be something that happens naturally. Keep going. Calm, cool, confident winds of change are blowing. Sacred souls are showing. Divine humans are growing. Keep on, go on, keep on loving yourself. Oh, wow. Welcome, Wolf Mother. Happy Tuesday to you as well. It's hump day over here. I've arrived at the hump and now it's just the ascent. I just got to get up over the top of this hump and then it's all downhill. Two foxes. Foxes are so sweet, and foxes symbolize our ability to shapeshift and transform. They're also very playful, incredibly protective, and so I love that. I love that you got to see some foxes playing in your yard. I saw a squirrel run across the road today. It's kind of weird. It's kind of weird to see a squirrel just trying to get across the road and then get up the snowbanks here. Yeah, but foxes always feel to me the essence of the divine feminine and our ability to shape shift, to navigate the changes, and to transform our life. This is what the alchemist does. The empress magnetizes into her experience that which she desires, and the divine masculine, the emperor energy, goes for what he desires. He makes the moves in the direction. Yeah, probably male and female. Maybe this is the time of, mating season. I know, I think for coyotes it is. Divine counterparts, yeah. The balance and opposites, masculine and feminine, yin and the yang, they're opposites, right? Each with their own unique gifts and qualities and gifts that they bring to the table, skills that they bring to the table. And yet it's this beautiful, it's harmony, and an emperor and an empress, that counterparts that come together don't overtake one another. um, Oh, hey, welcome, Kim Grand Louis 1557. Let me do the math there. 18, the shadow energy, the moon. I'm glad you're loving. Thank you. Welcome. It's so nice to have you here. Very nice to have you here. And I feel like that's important. We often feel like, we've been shown that, two people come together and, life is lickety boo, lickety split, and everything goes along smoothly. That's not the reality, right? We come together, and especially counterpart energies come together, and it's like this beautiful harmony. And the space in between the two, the masculine and the feminine, is where the new grows, the new life. And so this isn't about, as a woman, I'm no longer interested in showing up in the world in my masculine energy. Honestly, it's been exhausting. It's been a treacherous row, if you will. Like, it's like been a row upstream, showing up in the world as a female who's really had to, for survival reasons, really show up in her masculine essence. And, that's no more. And it's no more because I've done the inner work. I've like healed the core wound so that I can show up in the world as the feminine essence that I'm meant to be. And so, as women, I feel it's very important for us to show up in our essence. And as men, I do feel it's very important for men to show up in the world in their power, which is the masculine essence. And, the narrative, the scripts that are read will have men feeling like to be a man is to be toxic. That's absolute hogwash. It's baloney. It's not true. It's really not true. And to see a man out there, like really pretending and wanting to be a woman, it's like, what the heck is going on? What's going on? Wolf Mother says, I feel that I was raised by my father and brother, so I feel I was living so much in my masculine in my teens and 20s. Yes. And, many of us were, and especially those of us who were born after the feminist movement of the 60s and stuff, that was really detrimental to both men and women. And, very few people are speaking and sharing about the truth of that. It was a horrible movement, and no doubt it was a funded movement in order to again create this division, and that began creating the division between men and women. And what a travesty, because we're not against one another. We are meant to work in harmony with one another. And the man's role is to protect the woman and the children, and the female's role is to nurture the family, to really tend to the home front. And there may be those here that get all up in arms and it's like, I'm a woman and I don't want to do that. Well, that's your choice. That's your choice. I'm here just speaking about those of us who want to. And I remember in high school, I was in high school in the 1980s, and I think I started high school in 1985. and finished in 89. And, I remember being asked by a teacher, we were asked in a class what we wanted to be or do when we grew up. And my response was, I wanted to be a wife and a mother. And the teacher's response to me, well, that's not much of an aspiration, Lisa. And so who says? Because there's it's such an important role to be both a wife and a mother in this lifetime. What a gift. And so I feel like we've really been led away from, our own feeling of what's right and true for us based on what society tells us we ought to do. And to have both parents out of the home, both men and women outside of the house working, well, isn't that just the cash cow for the government? Yeah, it is such a blessing. And, kudos to you. I'm so glad you get to have that experience because it is truly a gift. And, we can see how they've tricked us, right? Because now you've got men and women out paying into this system, having taxes, being taxed. Yeah. How old's your young fellow? Oh, 2112 there, the beloved. Oh, 12. Oh, sweet. I remember 12. So sweet. And the final message that came through with the full moon, and then we'll just pull some cards today and we'll see what comes through. Breath by breath, we find our home. Breath by breath, we learn we're not alone. It's in those moments when we feel alone and we're experiencing fear or anxiety, some uncomfortable feelings may be coming up, that if we bring our focus right back to our breath, when we bring our awareness to our breath, we're nowhere else but in the present moment. And it's in the present moment where all of our power resides, especially our peaceful power. And so there's such great reward for us by simply cultivating our breath, being present in the moment. The love you have buried starts to show. You really are a star here to glow. We're in Aquarius season. Come on out, everyone. We are in Aquarius season. This is the season of healing. This is the season of allowing ourselves to be seen. And I really feel that by the time we get to Leo season in late July, early August, or late July and August, when we get to Leo season, if we are cultivating, if we're showing up for ourselves, if we're continuing to remain faithful, by August, our life is going to be completely transformed. We are going to just adore the life we're living. And can we do that in the here and now? That's the key. And we're the key. You're ready now. You're steady. Let go. Sing your song again, a song all your own, a healing song of how eternal love now grows. Where's my drum? Can we sing our own little sweet song? Of course, because it's our song we've sung ourselves home. We've done healing and we have so beautifully grown. So let's get some cards and see what's coming through for us today. Kim Grand Louis, where in the world are you from? Share with us. We're here in Canada. I'm in Ontario, and Wolf Mother is in our neighboring province, Quebec. And we are open channels. We are receiving crown chakra, the top of our head. We are always receiving spiritual guidance, spiritual information, and the key. This is an important thing to know. As a key, we must bring all that energy down and ground through the soles of our feet, or we're going to feel all up in our head. We're going to feel perhaps confused and discombobulated, disconnected. We need to do is bring all that energy down through our body, along our spine, and out through the soles of our feet, and out through the anus. Think of yourself like a plug, and that is the masculine part of the plug, isn't it? The feminine is what the masculine energy goes into, the three-pronged plug. So look at yourself like that plug, plugging into Mother Earth through the soles of your feet and through your root chakra, your anus, the space between your tailbone and the coccyx, or the coccyx and the pubic bone, the tailbone and your pubic bone. This is how we root into the earth. And we really want to stabilize this high vibe energy. You're high vibe. If you're here, you're high vibe, 100%. And yes, that means I'm saying I am a high vibe too. I'll own what I am, boo. Peekaboo. Anyways, crown chakra. It says the frequency of the crown chakra, the violet flower of life, supports our spiritual connection to the universe and our ability to transmute negative energy into light. Transmutation. We had that yesterday, Archangel Michael, and I did bring up the violet flame yesterday, Saint Germain. So working with Archangel Michael and Saint Germain to really clear and refine our energy field on a daily basis. And if we are responsible and we're practicing spiritual hygiene, it's not going to be a lot of work. Hey, we're neighbors. Have I met you before? Maybe in the laundry room? Maybe in the laundry room. I'm not sure. You'll let me know. But the violet flame, it's like if we're taking responsibility for ourselves on a daily basis, then what happens is that it becomes easy. It's not a big job. We don't have to, oh my gosh, clear the whole space, because we are refining our energy each and every day. We are being responsible energetically in what we take out into the world. So that's very exciting. And let's see. Let me see. I'm going to shuffle and get us another one from this deck. That one jumped. Yes. We're calling it the sacred chakra. Right? We must teach all of our children about the sacredness of this energetic space in the body. And it's going to be generations like myself that really step into that role of teaching, because it's not cool to be, free love and promiscuous and all of this kind of stuff. That's not a sign of a child with a healthy self-worth. It really isn't. Children ought not be engaged. I saw you at your sister's. Interesting. Now I want to know who your sister is. We are not a child who is out there acting like an adult, doing adult things. Children should not be engaging in sexual activity at a young age. Children ought to be taught how sacred their sexuality is. And there's so much confusion around sexuality these days, and sexual preference and gender and all this nonsense. And it's just about confusing the children. So this is about us really coming back in the sacred chakra. Where does self-worth reside in the body? In the sacred chakra. And it's developed between 7 and 14. And by the time many children get to 14, 15, they're engaging in things that children should not be engaging in, because it's detrimental to their well-being. And often it just perpetuates. Oh, where I did readings. Yes, Kim. Oh my gosh. I'm like, where? Oh, nice to have you here, Kim. Awesome. It's so nice to have you here. Yes, I remember that. That was a great group of women. You were a great group. I actually spoke about you all here the next day, because I was with you. I hung out with you ladies far longer than I had intended to that night, because you were all so amazing. highly gifted group of women, if I do recall. And so to work with the violet flame, simply call on Saint Germain. Call on Saint Germain and, begin to feel out your connection and how he shows up in your experience. And that's what I say to everybody about everything spiritual. Feel it out in your own experience. I'm here simply sharing my experience. I'm not a professional. And I don't claim to know it all because I really don't. So, this is about our own self development. And I'm really feeling like for some of us, we may need to go into this sacral chakra and clear it away. How are we feeling between our hips? How's our low back feeling? Knees, all of this. Are we in pain? Sciatica is often an indicator of a blocked sacred chakra. And so the sacral chakra is also not only about sexuality and sensuality and self-worth, it's also our emotional center, the waters in our body. And so let us focus on keeping our waters clear. The frequency of the sacral chakra, the orange flower of life, supports our ability to flow with our desires and stimulates our creative power to manifest success and abundance in our life. We got a lot of messages this week about creative energy. Here was one. We had another one. I'm not sure where I've put that, and it doesn't really matter. It's just these recurring messages. And so those of you who continue to show up here there was a card that stayed on the table. They're like, you're taking that one. So, okay. Allowance. Yeah. Can we just allow life to unfold in the most divinely perfect way? Can we allow ourselves to show up as ourselves each and every day from this real balanced, emotional, stable space as we continue to heal and evolve and grow? 9 is the number of completion. And we're wrapping up this year of the hermit. We're moving into the fire horse, passionate energy, going for our desires. And it's, we can all aspire to be so frigging zen that we have no thoughts of anything. We don't want anything. I call BS. I call BS on that because we're human. I've been around long enough to know that humans do indeed have desires that bubble up from the soul. Humans do indeed have needs that are meant to be fulfilled. And at first, in order to get to this place where all of our needs are met, where we are experiencing our soul's desires in this life, like wishes and dreams coming true, we must fill our own holes, HOLES, so that we may return to the feeling of wholeness, WHOLE. I do know of some good practices of the sacral chakra. I'm not sure I'd be able to stay on YouTube if I described them here, because there is some inner work that needs to be done in order. I talked a whole group of people through it one time. It was kind of obscene. It was kind of obscene, but I was given this practice because I was shown what looked like. So the sacral chakra, especially when if we've been interfered with as children, or if we have and children that are interfered with often become promiscuous at a very young age, doing things that they shouldn't be doing. Hey, Kiva, welcome. So years ago, I was shown for the sacral chakra, what I was shown was fish hooks in the sacral chakra, energetic hooks. And, as women, who is the receiver, if you will, in sexual connections, we take a lot on energetically. And if we're engaging with those who are, also unhealed. Oftentimes what happens is wounds are triggered, and this is how we begin to engage in codependent connections, like the very unhealthy kind of connections. So as women, I'm not sure how men would clear that area. I haven't received any guidance on that. For women, it is internal massage, and you will likely feel lumps and hardness in along the vaginal wall. I don't know if that's going to get me in trouble here on YouTube. But it's really important to clear away those hooks and energetic attachments. So, Wolf Mother, I'm glad you caught my drift. And you will feel it. You'll feel it in there when you're doing the internal massage to clear the space. You'll feel where there may be energetic blocks, and it may feel quite hardened. And let's be honest, this space is meant to be soft, soft and receptive, right? So that's one way to clear the sacral chakra. So let's see. The frequency of allowance invites us to be open to whatever comes our way, without judgment, without opinion. Oh my gosh, I was just saying I have lots of opinions. More work. More work. There's always more work. Without opinion, without fear, and without resistance. When we allow, the universe becomes our partner in the wondrous dance of existence and expansion. Yeah. Remember yesterday we were saying, like, let us flirt with life. Life is the sacred lover. And we don't want to be involved in anything where we're secret lovers, right? We don't want that bullshit. It's not good. It's toxic. We want the sacred lover. And we're going to get the sacred lover because we are on the path of self-mastery. Self-realization leads to self-actualization. And all it takes is a little bit of strength, or a whole lot of strength, a whole lot of courage, and a whole lot of willingness to continue to go in and do the dirty work, if you will, the nitty gritty dirt band. Nitty gritty dirt band? Nitty gritty. Is it the nitty gritty dirt band? Nitty gritty? I don't know. Fishing in the dark? That's a good song. Number 2, high priestess vibes. Standing, high priestess, standing on our own 2 feet. Full moon, number 29. This is our 5th 11 here in 3 days. We had 3 11s on Sunday, 1 11 yesterday, and here's another 11. Like, you're the gateway for all of it. Each of us is the gateway for all of it. There's no gateway outside of ourselves. There may be hurdles that we are called to jump over. There are obstacles we're meant to, I was going to say, like, move around, but we're actually meant to walk through them and all the blocks so that we can return to our place of power, which is where? Right, you got it. It's right here and now, this very hour. Awesome. And the relic of time. No point to rehash what's already been, what's been done, what's long gone. Awesome. Wolf Mother, she just pulled up her Gateway of Light activation oracle as I said gateway. But the relic of time, it's the number 19. 19 is the sun card, the highest vibe card in the tarot, the happiest card in the deck, along with the Ace of Cups, right? Like wish fulfillment, or the 10 of Cups. Awesome. Thank you for being here, Kim. Thank you for being here. It's so nice to have you. This is about the solar plexus coming online. So as we continue to trust our intuition, as we continue to do the inner work, as we are uniquely guided by our spiritual team, we come into our power. And there was one here this week. It was like the ancient wisdom coming back online. That's you and I. That's you and I. Let's get a couple from the Psychic Heart Tarot. I'm feeling sleepy today. I've been going to bed as soon as I come home from work. Like, I'm in my bed by 11:30, and I'm still tired. Oh, oh. It's like, that's Tarzan. I just want to be Jane. Tarzan can come and sweep me away. And then we can both do that because it's healing, right? So this card, opportunity beckons, divine masculine, thoughtful, really connected as we ladies are. The men are equally connected, and although we may not see many of them in the world, I like to say, to spot a true alpha in his power is a rare and unusual. It's like spotting a Sasquatch. It doesn't happen often, right? It's like, oh wow, and it's like, it's so attractive. And so, this is like the thoughtful man or woman coming into their power, guided by and influenced by forces unseen. Stability. 4 is my number for the angelic realms. The building block energy. You are doing great. Look at this. This is the second crown chakra card we've had today, which is saying that there's a lot of energy coming in to support us. This is our 4th 7 on the table, I believe, for this week as well. What feels like luck, what feels like a lucky opportunity, is as a result of you honoring your divinity and the inner work you have done, and your ability to continue to show up and focus on number 1. We can't focus on number 2. We're number 1. Let us focus on ourselves. Let others focus on themselves. And then with any luck, those that are meant to come together and connect will be drawn to one another. The woman, the female essence magnetizes, and the masculine essence takes action. That's how it goes. Bold action sometimes. And then we got these two. I really am super excited about this because I know they are. I feel it in my heart. There's nothing external I feel. I don't often get external confirmation of what I feel on the inside, and yet I know it without a doubt. Wishes and dreams do come true. This is another 9 here for all of us. Completion. When we allow things to wrap up, cycles to close up, and when we actively participate, we're not just here for our participation ribbon. I'm here for the gold, or the award of excellence. If you're old enough, if you're as old as me, or as young as me at heart, you'll remember Canada Fitness. And there was the bronze, the silver, the gold, and then the ultimate, the award of excellence. Let us go for the ultimate, the award of excellence in this life, which is wishes and dreams coming true. 2 whole individuals coming together and strengthening the bonds that they feel, strengthening bonds we feel in the spiritual realm, bringing it into experience as the magician, as the alchemist, because we have all the inner resources. We have it all. We just must be willing to stay the course and not allow ourselves to be blown off course, pulled under. We're staying the course because we are slow and steady, focusing on ourselves. We are cultivating what it is we need in our own life. And stability is an inside job, folks. So is happiness, so is self-love, so is everything. And with any luck, you get 2 people who are doing the inside jobs, and they come together and they lighten the load of one another and make it a little more fun. The breaking, oh my gosh, another 11. Another 11. The breaking is the breakthrough. First, we may have felt that we were like completely crushed and crumbled, like Humpty Dumpty who fell off the wall. We had a great fall. And yet the greatest gift of all is the rise after the fall. Those of you here who have pulled yourself up and out of the trenches, right? Pulled yourself down off of the fence. And now the best defense, you know that the best defense is no defense at all. Allowing love being the one who answers the call of love. Love just doesn't exist in the here and now. Love is eternal. Have you ever had the experience of eternal love in the present moment? So Kiva says that she had a spontaneous Kundalini awakening in 2023. So 13 years ago. Wonderful. Congratulations. I had no idea what was happening. Thought I was going mad. I've only met one woman who had this and would ever talk to you about it. Well, I'd love to hear all about that. Nothing in my experience has been spontaneous. It's been a harrowing journey of year after year, oftentimes repeating cycles over and over and over again, because Lisa just wants love to win. That's it. And so Lisa needed to learn to show up for Lisa and love herself as is, so love can actually win. It's the same for all of us. Spontaneous? I've had nothing spontaneous. Oh, look at this. Guys and gals, simplicity. You know where if you've been here a while, you know where I'm going. It's the bare necessities, the simple bare necessities, right? Simplicity is key. It doesn't take a lot to be happy. It doesn't take a lot to make a great life. It's a choice. And we're making choices because we are the stable, strong foundation. And we know we are guided by the angelic realms and the spiritual realms and the here and now. I'm looking outside and it looks like it's another freaking snowstorm. Happy winter, everyone. What did the groundhog say? Good old Puxatony. I saw that they have, like, out in Nova Scotia, Lobster Lucy. Like, on people. It's not even entertaining. It's ridiculous. We got a lobster now telling us if it's going to be in early spring. We got the groundhog. We got all these things telling us. The calendar says that the new year will arrive in March 20th. March 20th. That's what it says. So, anyways, have fun with all the others. We keep getting these cards a lot. She is the moon. And so those of us here, we are the moon, we're the sun, we're the trees, we're the wind, we're the sacred breeze, we're the leaves, we're all of it. Here to get physically and spiritually fit on the inside of the experience, and 1, 2, 3, 4 on the clock, with any luck, enjoying the ride. Hit the thumbs up if you're enjoying the ride. Even if you're not enjoying it, hit the thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up. It's a great way to pour into my cup, and it doesn't cost you anything. And if you would have just did what I asked you to do, it would already be over. And I could say thank you, but nobody hit the thumbs up. Oh, gosh. Oh, someone did. Thank you. Oh, my gosh. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. The space between words, 24. This is where a lot of us live, right? Those of us who are spiritual adepts or spiritual seekers, we're always in a space that's between words. Like, I come here and I talk for, an hour or whatever, share for an hour a day. For the rest of the day, I'm kind of silent. I mean, I do stuff like that. But, for the most part, there's a lot of quiet. And the quiet is the time that is communing with the spiritual realms, because I'm so focused on allowing myself to be spiritually guided and to show up in strong and courageous ways, yet gentle as well, to show up in such a way that my days become easy breezy, lemon squeezy. So we don't need a lot of words. It's really up to us to come into our power by honoring the truth that lives and breathes as us. Solar fire, solar power. 26, making choices that feel right for us. Because we are women and men of the, women and men of the light. 49 comes to 13. We have died many proverbial, or not literal, because we're all still here, right? Unless some of you have had a near death experience. My father did. He was actually gone for 7 minutes a couple years ago. Some of you may remember that here. So this is like, this is about us rising from the ashes over and over again, the ashes of our own life, the things that weren't true, the things that weren't integral in our life. We have had to die to the ego death over and over and over again. And ego is not a terrible thing. Ego unbalanced and, not aligned with the divine will have us living guided by our mind. When we are allowing ourselves to be guided by the divine, when we allow ourselves to be guided by the divine, we use our free will, which resides in our solar plexus chakra, to make choices and decision and take action. And remember, love is an action. So every action we take in support of more ease and more peace and more healing in our life is an act of love. I love this card. This is just like, it feels so powerful. It's the purity of our heart that's powerful. 13 is my number for the divine feminine. 1 + 3 is 4, the number for the masculine. We can't get away from it, ladies and gents. We're meant to support one another. We're meant to show up for one another. Confirmation, another 13. Yes, and as we show up for ourselves and, we receive gifts from the divine, kismet. There's nothing more to say here. It's another 13, 13, 13. And then we've got this. Oh, you know what? I'm going to see if I can find the song quickly and put it here in the, this just brought a song into my mind. And I'm going to see if I can find it for you, because when I get off the live here, I'm going to go and dance to it. There it is. Let's see if I can find the one I like. Yeah, this one should do. Okay, check it out. It's great. Here you go. I can't play it because I'll get copyrighted. I go and I post. It's so funny. This platform, all these platforms now are so ridiculous. But if I post like a live I've done, like a reel or a short or something, that it's just like the lake and nature sounds, they're like scanning video for copyrighted information. I'm like, oh my gosh, what are they going to say? Mother Nature, you can't use the natural sound, sounds of the natural world. It's copyrighted. Anyways, Shakti is all about our life force energy. It's the divine feminine energy, and it's that 19 again, which is that sun energy, the happiest card, the happiest energy going. So are you happy with your life? Are you happy with the seeds you have been sowing? And then if we add this up, we got 1010. Begin again, sacred reset as the wheel spins. Never mind the sands through the hourglass. The wheel spinning is the destined ride of our life. And yes, the sand is going through the hourglass because we are here for a finite period of time. Let us not focus on that, though. Let us focus on harnessing our power in the here and now. It's February the 3rd at the time of this live. And whenever you're watching this, if it's, months down the road, your power is still right here and now in the moment that you're connecting with these messages. I mean, I just want to say you're all amazing. That's what I see each and every day when I show up here, because this is my joy. This is my passion, if you can't tell. And I am a bit of a chatty Lisa. When I was in kindergarten, the teacher asked my parents, how many siblings does Lisa have? And And they're like, one, and they're like older. And my parents are like, no, younger sister. Why? Oh, because she just talks so much. I guess I've always been sort of an entertainer. I don't know. Sort of a delight. So, anyways, I just want to say, like, you're all so amazing. I hope that when you come here, I hope that something here helps you to see how amazing you are. And I will say, if you look at me and go, oh, she's amazing, she's awesome, all I'm doing is reflecting you back at you. That's it. Reflecting your own awesomeness. You couldn't see anything about me that's not already within you. So, with that being said, that's divine truth. And we will be back here tomorrow for Whimsical Wednesday, where we tune in to that delightful, powerful child that lives within, who supports us to rise as the men and the women of light through the purity of our own beautiful hearts. Oh, man, we're amazing. Woman, womb, man, we are amazing. All of us are. I see you. I feel you. I love you. I trust that something here has resonated with you. Kiva, Wolf Mother, and Kim, thank you so much for showing up and pouring into my cup today. I trust that something here has been a drop of love into yours. And I look forward to connecting with you again tomorrow. Right here, right now, take a deep breath. And let us reestablish the most sacred connection of all, the sacred connection to our very own beautiful beating heart and the breath that supports the functioning, the optimal functioning of the most sacred geometry of all, you and I. We're it. I see you. I feel you. I love you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much for showing up. If you're catching the replay and you've made it this far, you're a real one. Thank you. Why don't you hit that subscribe button? That would be a real solid you could do for this gal. And I would really, really appreciate that. Introduce yourself, hit the thumbs up, drop a comment down below. This is how we grow. And so thank you for all the ways you support me to continue to grow. Thank you for today, Lisa. Love you, sister. Have a magical rest of your day. Eternally grateful for you. I, too, am eternally grateful for you, Wolf Mother, and all of you here, right here and now in this most powerful moment. Until tomorrow, everyone. Care. And let the sun shine in, face it with a grin. Smilers never lose, and frowners never win. So let the sun shine in, face it with a grin. Open up your heart and let the sun shine in. Boop, boop, be doop. I don't know where that came from, but I hope you enjoyed it. See ya.